Okay, what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to adjust out one of these cable shifters. This is right now I've got the pan removed so you can see the selector rooster like right here. We've got the shifter over here on my bench, here in my rolling cart rather. I'm going to zoom in here and show you what's going on. Now this is, I had a gentleman tell me he did all the adjustments that I told him to and he didn't. It's on a Turbo 400. And then what I'm going to do is I'll show you here right up close. This is what it is. This is low 1. This is reverse, neutral, drive, 2, 1, and this is park. So reverse, low 1, reverse, low 1. Now you follow me on that? So what I'm going to do is give you a close-up to show you what happens in the transmission when you're slam shifting. And I haven't touched this at all since it came from the Derby. I'm going to get it as zoomed in as I can here so you can see exactly what's going on. Now, if you look right here, you can see this roller is supposed to be bottomed out in that groove. We're going to put it in low 1. Now, it looks a lot closer, but it's still not all the way in the groove. Now, if I were to take this cable off, that'll center itself right there. Slam it over into reverse. It's nowhere near the bottom of the groove, and it's usually reverse that burns out when these things are out of adjustment like this. What's happened, now if you want to watch it, I'm going to slam shift it real quick, and I'm going to hold my hand on reverse, and you can see how much more it'll let up. That's all internal bleeding when you're holding your hand in reverse in the heat of battle. Let up. It's a little closer, but that's just enough to burn out a clutch pack in 15 minutes. Alright. Now you can see what's going on there. And what a lot of guys do is that they'll play with this knuckle here, or they'll do the adjustment there, or they'll come over and play with this adjustment here. So what you're going to do to solve this problem, you have to effectively shorten the cable because there's too much cable. So you're going to put this in low 1. You're going to rough adjust it here. Put this in low 1. Put your shifter in low 1. Well, I will in a moment. And then we're going to unhook the bolt here and adjust our cable here to effectively change the length so this low 1 will line up with this low 1. So we get our, let's put her in low 1. She'll find its own. I'm going to take the 7/16 bolt out. Okay, so cable's at rest where it wants to be at home. And our rooster head's already found its way home because that spring there. I want to show you how far off it is. I'm going to just wiggle this sideways. Maybe you guys can see in there a little bit. You see how far off that is? That's unacceptable. That's enough to burn up your transmission, and a lot of people don't know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the length at this. Once you get it rough adjusted, don't screw with this or anything on the transmission. Do your fine adjustment to line this up with the hole in the shifter right here. Because if you keep screwing around with every adjustment that there is, you're just going to be chasing your tail. Lock everything in and adjust it at one point once you get it pretty close. Ah, come on now. There we go. Ooh. Go this way. A little more. And you can do this in the car. This is not a major thing. And there is a little bit of play in the cable, I understand that. I'm not really a big fan of cable shifters. You can ask anybody I know about that. 9. This should be a lot closer now. It's centered up nicely now. So we're just basically going to center the threads in a hole. It's eyeball it. It's not that big a deal. About a half a hole off's enough to throw it off. So let's see what we got. Dead nuts. There we go. Now that we've made the adjustment, let me come back over here and show you how it's going to work now. Notice how that's centered? No feeler gauge there. No feeler gauge there. No feeler gauge there. And that's properly adjusted. That transmission will last. WrenchmanRepair.com. I'd suggest every damn one of you with one of these shifters go back and double check that, because I've had several guys tell me that this was right and this was one of them and it wasn't right. And notice where the transmission is. So good luck.